Unit 1, Basic Occupational Safety and Precaution. Overview. This unit deals with the precaution, safety and health issue of working personnel in the various kind of industry. We can get the knowledge about the basic safety measures while working for small scale, medium scale or large scale industry. Some standard guidelines are provided in this book. Electrical, mechanical, electromagnetic radiation in the form of hazards are discussed preciously and proper safety precautions are elaborated. That will be the guiding light for human beings to minimize the accident and possible health care. Knowledge and skill outcome. The student will occupied with in-depth understand of different kind of possible accidents, health issue concerned with job profile. They are also aware about the possible precaution to avoid the accident. Introduction. Occupational health and safety is of key importance for working industry to safeguard interest of working personnel. It is of prime importance for personnel working in hazardous environment to make their life always secure and safe. It adapt working environment to work for the promotion and maintenance of their physical, mental and social well-being for worker in all occupational. The question of occupational health and safety is a global issue and is now taking a new turn. The most country having safety department an initial part of their work culture. This is largely due to the industrial and agriculture growth and over and development in the developing country and the emergency of new product and product process from new product and product process from these occupational health and safety places. Many of these countries are shifting from manual labor to automated or machine operated in the main productive sector such as manufacturing, mining, engineering and agriculture, since it can affect the potential occupational health. These underdeveloped and developing countries import heavy machinery and equipment to aid and speed up the working process not only in the industrial production sector but also to service and commerce. This has for technical advancement through a chance in the structure of labor force as a whole, including a rise in employment of women as will be accepted. The health problem also will also differ. For example, more detailed study and the efficiency of people in the workplace and occupational physiosocial factor will be required in the service industry. This obviously raises a new challenge for occupational health and safety practice in most of the underdeveloped or developing countries because the expertise is not yet advanced there as compared to the already developed country. The advantage of the health service in developing country is locally on a national level. The positive effect of occupational health served locally may be observed in reducing work related long term health ill effects and work related injuries. The advance um, the advance of skilled labor and the skilled labor is globally 1 degree second in demand in every department of industry, especially in especially in especially in countries where there is shortage of skilled labor. Keeping this in mind, we need to possibly think and secure life of skilled labor in a healthy hazard free working environment. The interest of worker, employer, government and public lie in making working health safe and hazard free. Also, it seems simple and obvious. This idea has not yet gained meaningful universal recognition. Still, one can find working personally risking their precious life to get a task completed, which can which can account for work-related injuries and rise the percentage in work-related death. Human life need to be safe and secure in every possible way, especially when they risk their life to lead a task to its perfect completion. This means inclusion of the idea of healthy safety measure of utmost importance in risky condition of work. Million of people in industrial world today work in conditions that can possibly be unsafe or will lead to work related injuries and diseases, resulting in service illness later on in their life. Example: respiratory and cardiovascular diseases, hearing loss, mus- uh, musculoskeletal and reproductive disorder, mental and neurological illness. An increased number of workers in industrial countries complain about physiological stress and overwork, which can lead to sleep disorder, depression, fatigue, and burnout syndrome, as well as with elevated risk of cardiovascular diseases. A good a good number a good number of workers in developing country and a similar number of workers in industrial country with a new with a new exception could uh, could possibly be exposed to occupational health hazard even in advanced economic. A large proportion of work sites are not regularly inspected for occupational health and safety. Occupational safety and health. Safety is defined as the protection from harm, danger, risk, accident, or injury. It is very necessary in usual life to follow the safety rules and regulation at all the work. Almost all the accidents usually occur due to the lack of safety. Therefore, safety is the most important in any industrial or occupational setup. Need of occupational health and safety. We have to ensure in all business about the care of worker and all the persons involved in business for good health all the time. Number 2, it provides employees life and health. Number 3, occupational safety and health rule can decrease worker injuries and illness. Occupational health. It is concerned with it is concerned with the identification and the control for the danger arising due to physical, chemical, and other workplace hazard to maintain a healthy working environment. The hazard may cause due to chemical agent, heavy metal, physical agent, electricity, dangerous machinery, etc. The prime goal of existence of manpower inside industry to get maximum output from their mental and physical health. Therefore, the health of workforce must be considered on the top of management uh, agenda to ensure their health life. They must have a proper and concrete planning. Some of the factors to be considered while planning for their health issue are related below. Number 1, standard working hours. Number 2, weekly medical casual leave. Number 2, weekly medical casual leave. Number 3, hygiene canteen faculty for meal. Number 4, pure drinking water. Number 5, rest room. Number 6, hygienic washroom. And number 7, ambulance faculty. Occupational hygiene. It is the discipline of antiseptic, recognizing, evaluation, and controlling health hazards in the working environment with the objective of protective worker health, well-being, and safeguarding the community at large. Anticipation. Anticipation. The identification of hazard and its associative effect on the health is called anticipation. Recognition. Recognition. It is the process to stabilize hazards, place, or agent at the workplace. Number 3. Evaluation. Evaluation. It is the measure of hazard which can be evaluated with the help of some tool or technique. Number 4. Control of workplace hazard. It is the process to control the evaluated hazard by some technique. The controlling can be of various types such as administrative control, use of protective safety tool, health examination, etc. Occupational hazards. Occupational hazards are very closely related with occupational health. It occurs commonly because of negligence in safety. If the industrial organization follow the standard safety measure that definitely lead to decrease in such kind of dangerous due to various type of hazards. Occupational hazard can be categorized as follows. Number 1, related to hygiene. Number 2, related to tool and mechanism and machines. Number 3, related to flammable and explosive. Number 4, related to the working at height. Number 5, related to the noise. Number 6, related to the electricity. Number 7, related to the fire. Occupational diseases. Occupational diseases in general caused by pathetic work or working condition. um, Working condition. Sometimes the disease develops due to repetitive work, weightlifting, biological and chemical related work, stress, and other physiological disorder, resulting different kind of occupational diseases developed are characterized as. Number 1, tennis elbow. Number 1, tennis elbow. Number 2, allergy. Number 3, hearing loss. Number 4, asthma. Number 5, lungs diseases. Number 6, lead poisoning. Number 7, CO, carbon monoxide poisoning. Number 8, skin diseases. Number 9, uh, jaundice. WHO guideline. WHO, World Health Organization, taking the occupational health and hazard issue very seriously for the welfare of human beings. They have developed certain guidelines for the safety of people associated with the industry. All the small scale, medium scale, and large scale industries are thereby adhered to follow the WHO guideline to minimize the accident. According to WHO, occupational safety and health can be stated as a multidisciplinary activity with the following. Number 1, to protect and promote health of workers by eliminating occupational ill effects and condition hazards to health and safety at work. Number 2, to enhance physical, mental, and social well-being of workers and support for the development and health maintenance of their working capacity as well as professional and social development at work. Number 3, to develop and promote sustainable work environment and work organization. The ILO and WHO definition of occupational health is the promotion and maintenance of the highest degree of physical, mental, and social well-being of workers in all occupation. Occupational health is a diverse science by uh, by by occupational health and professionals, engineers, environmental health practitioners, chemists, toxicologists, safety professionals, and some agency working toward protecting or safeguarding the health of worker at the workplace. The discipline cover following key feature. Number 1, the availability of occupational health and safety guideline for workplace. Number 2, the availability of active and functional occupational health and safety community at workplace. Number 3, monitoring and minimizing factor hazard to health. Number 4, supervised monitoring of hygiene and sanitary faculty for health and welfare of the worker. Number 5, inspection of health, safety or protective diseases. Number 6, pre pre-employment and periodically physical health examination. Number 7, introduction of health safety measure and device available. Number 8, reporting of occupational death, diseases, injuries, diabetes hazard and their related measure at work. The related feature challenge for occupational health. Occupational health problem related to new information technologies and automation. Number 2, new chemical substance and physical exposure to them. Number 3, health hazard related with new biotechnology innovation. Number 4, transfer of hazards technologies, etc. Electrical safety engineering. Electric electric shock. Electric shock may be defined as physiological reaction or injury due to electric current passing through the human body. Electric shock may happen when any part of human body come in contact with an object through which electric current is flowing, or through a small amount of current may not be injured, but a large and continuous current passing through the human body may cause severe damage to vital organs and even death. All electrical cords must have sufficient insulation to prevent direct contact. It is of foremost importance to check all cable and lead before use, since corrosive chemical or solvent vapors may erode the insulation. Damaged cable must be repaired or removed out of service immediately. Equipment with three-prong plug should be used. The third prong provide a path to ground earth that help prevent the buildup of voltage. They may result in the electrical shock. This does not guarantee that no one will receive a shock or be injured. It will, however, substantially reduce the possibility of such accident. Electrical prevention guide. Number 1, do not work alone with electricity. A co-worker can be used in saving your life in an emergent situation. Number 2, if there is fire, do not attempt to pour water, only use a fire extinguisher made for electrical fire. Number 3. If the floor is wet, try not to enter that area where electrical equipment used. Number 4. Fire extinguisher for use of electrical fires will be labeled as a C, BC or ABC extinguisher. Number 5. Avoid avoid contact with energized electrical circuit. Assume that they all are alive. Number 6. During service or repair, disconnect the power source. Number 7. Use a standard tool while working on electrical device. Number 8. While working with electrical device, avoid wearing metal watch band, ringing, etc. Number 9. Be sure while working on live electrical circuit, source hand and are dry. Wear non-conductive glove, protective shoe and cloth. Number 10. Try to work work by one hand when working on live electrical circuit and keep other hand away from all conducting material that may cause danger. 11. If by mistake an individual come in contact with electrical circuit, do not touch them. Try to disconnect the power source. Number 12. Try to avoid use of other personal equipment or devices. Number 13. While working on electrical contact and joint, shield them properly so that no one get in contact with them. Number 14. Avoid wearing loose cloth or tying while working on electrical device. Factor in lethality of electric shock. Factor in lethality of electric shock. Number 1. Quality The quality of current flowing through the body. Current amperes is the killing factor in electric shock, not the voltage. The voltage only determines how much current will flow through a given body resistance. In general, the body resistance to electrical shock is minimal. Number 2. The current path through the body for entry to exit, hand to hand or head to foot, and ear to ear current paths are the most dangerous because they may cause severe damage to the heart, lung, and brain. This is why it is important not to wear metal jewelry, not to lean against or use both hands on electrical equipment so as not to become part of the circuit. Not to become part of the circuit. Number 3. The period of time the body is in the circuit. The longer the body is in the loop of circuit, the greater the damage caused. The body temperature may increases, possibly damaging tissue, bones, and organs. 1.6. Electromagnetic radiation. The continuous electromagnetic radiation due to modern communication system, commercial power to medical, X-ray, and even some home appliances led to different kind of diseases. The electromagnetic spectrum includes items of everyday use, ranging from RF hazard, laser radiation. RF hazard. Radiation from antennas fed by powerful RF transmitter can potentially injure personally in the vicinity of radiating antennas, transmitter, and microwave oven found on chip aircraft and shore station are potential source of harmful radiation. The exposure may not be noticeable at some frequency. Touching of metal object with included high RF voltage level can cause RF burn. The ill effect may vary from inflammation to painful burn. Inflammation meaning swelling. There are various symbols used to indicate high radiation place zones. Some of them are shown in figure 1. The worker advised while working nearby such place take proper precaution and guidelines. Laser radiation. Laser stand for light amplification by stimulated emission radiation. To simplify put, it is a concentrated beam of optical radiation that by the advancement of technology will give rise to increased use of laser equipment for various purposes. Laser can cause corneal inflammation or burn, accelerated aging of skin and skin burn. For those involved in laser related work, it is always advisable to make sure that they follow the safety guidelines. The symbol used to indicate high radiation place zone is shown in figure 2. The worker are advised while working nearby such place take proper precaution and guidelines. Protective equipment. For the safety of electronics personnel, wearing the correct protective gear is always advisable. We will discuss these protective equipment here under. Number 1. Electrical safety shoes. For safety, one should always wear and take care of electrical safety shoe whenever one work in the vicinity of energized equipment. Unlike regular safety shoes, electrical safety shoes do not have any exposed metal parts. These are specially designed using non-conducting material to provide insulation from electric shock. Rubber gloves. Based on the wall thickness and maximum safe voltage rating, the rubber insulating gloves are classified in various categories. Some of the generally used gloves are shown below in figure 4. Safety shorting probe. Shorting probe. Some electronic equipment use large capacitor to filter the electrical power. These capacitors must be discharged before working on the equipment. A safety authority probe will be required for this. The procedure to be minimally followed are: Number 1. Ensure that input power has been unplugged. Number 2. Open the equipment to discharge the capacitor. Don't touch any neg terminal without safety glove on. Retina protection. An electronic technician must protect his eye. For this, we need to know number 1 when wear eye protection, number 2 which eye protection to wear, number 3 whenever you are doing something that could potentially damage your eye, you must have eye protection on. Number 1 hearing protection. Working around noise equipment may cause damage to earbuds. Generally, this damage manifests itself slowly. Working at place with high vibration field could cause slow and consistent hearing deflect, leading to complete or partial deafness. This can be minimized by wearing hearing protection. The various types of hearing protective aid are shown below. Respiratory protection. Whenever you work with material that can possibly lead to respiratory issue, one must take precaution and wearing safety mask is advisable. Some of the masks used in industry are shown in figure 8. The work area should be well aerated and good ventilation. Make certain to protect your airway and pulmonary anatomy vital to have good air entry to lungs. If the victim is unconscious due to blockage or obstruction to lungs, check to see it breathing and have a pulse. If the person is unconscious, uh, initiate the follow step rule as below. Number 1. If the victim is not breathing, being rescue breathing. Number 2. If it is needed, being cardiopum, uh, being cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Number 3. Do not attempt to move the victim as other injury may have occurred that one is unaware of. Unaware of. 1.8 Rescue a victim of electrical shock. Number 1. Do not risk yourself if the victim is still in contact with the electrical current. You must be careful. Number 2. Do not touch the victim as the current can pass through you as well. Try to break the current source. Number 3. Before you do anything else, you must get the victim free from the current. There are two ways to do this. Number 1. Put off the current at the power source. Number 2. If no circuit break is immediately available, use a non-conductive item to move the victim such as wooden broomstick, blanket or rope. Standard safety tip. Occupational hazard cause more several loss of life and injury in the workplace each year, uh, disrupting life and impacting the productive, including mental well-being of working personnel. While occupational hazards are not the leading cause of on-the-job injuries, accidents, and fatalities, they are disproportionately fatal and costly. These injuries are not isolated to one industry or field. of work and most could be easily avoided. Awareness of these hazards is critical to avoiding and preventing accident. Whether you are an employer, satisfied director, or maintenance professional, safety is of prime importance for everyone who work on or around any potential hazards equipment. The standard safety running the standard safety ruling recognize electricity as a long time serious workplace hazard. These include but are not limited to dangerous such as electric shock, elec- electro electrocution, fire, and explosion were employed at a large manufacturing plant or in a small installation. There are certain guidelines that should serve as a helpful reminder of basic electrical safety practices. It is important to ensure an employee is pre-trained and qualified for a job. Not understanding the nature of the job can lead to minor or fatal accidents and injuries when even well qualified workers are vulnerable to accident. This is why it is important to make safety and ensure it as an integral part of the planning process for every job. Important safety tips to help avoid injuries, which may include: number 1, identify the electric shock and arc flash hazards. Number 2, use appropriate tool for the job. Number 3, isolate equipment from power source. Number 4, check every circuit and every conductor for power before you touch it. Number 5, being working on electrical equipment only when degenerized. Number 6, ensure ground before working on equipment. Number 7, treat de, treat de-energized electrical equipment energized until lookout or tag out test and ground procedure are met. Number 8, use protective equipment and use insulated tools in areas where there are possible electrical shock. Following and adherence to these basic safety tips and tools while will help avoid serious injuries while working with electrical equipment. 1.10 Electrical emergency procedures. Workplace need to have safety plan. Workplace need to have safety plan for emergencies that can have a broader impact. Special safety measures are needed for emergencies such as serious injuries, explosion, floor poisoning, electro electrocution, fire, radiation release, and chemical spills. Quick and swift effective action may help to ease the situation and reduce the consequences. However, in emergencies, people are more likely to respond reliably if they: number 1, well trained and competent. Number 2, participate in regular and mock practice. Number 3, clearly agreed, recorded, and rehearsed plan, action, and responsibilities. Point to include in emergency procedures. Consider what could happen and how alarm should be raised. Don't forget night and shift working, weekend and time when the premises are closed. Number 2, plan properly how to combat emergency situation. Uh, Check out effective plan by clearly marking your premises. Consider drawing up a simple plan showing the location of hazards item. Number 3, point out how to reach a safe place or to get rescue equipment. Number 4, make sure there are enough emergency exits for everyone to escape swiftly and fastly, and keep escape roads unobstructed and clearly marked. Number 4, competent team for such disaster really should be able to take control. Number 5, plan essential actions such as emergency shutdown, isolation, or making processes safe. Number 6, train staff or emergency procedures. Do not forget panic can cause great loss. Number 7, do not resume work after the emergency situation until danger has been cleared. If you have any doubt, ask for help from the emergency services. 1.11, safety issue in the manufacturing industry. The the manufacturing industry contain a large section of workers, so we need to look at the labor health issue in those industry. We have considered different kind of manufacturing industry such as electronic component, plastic, textile, battery. These industries utilize large mechanical, electrical, and control unit. These employees working there are at the risk of industrial accident and injuries. As we know, the heavy mechanics used mechanical machines used as we know the heavy mechanical machines used in industry produce noise and continuously exposed to those noise are prolonged basis causes the hearing loss, so we need hearing protection in such kind of environment. Some type of mechanic some types of machines can throw dust, metal, and other particles which can cause injury to eye. Some chemicals can also cause eye itching or eye burning problem. The workers working on welding, drilling, sanding, spraying, harming should require eye protection. Hammering should require eye protection equipment. Safety goggles can be used to protect the worker eye for such kind of hazards. Some of the manufacturing industry use hazard chemical chemicals which can cause danger to health. In such industry, a protective uniform should be used to avoid danger. Personally care should be taken by the worker. There must be a first aid box in the premise. Each and every work should know the location of first aid box. The big mechanical machines should contain moving part will be taken care properly. Those machines can cause the mechanical accident at the workplace. There should be small machine guard to reduce the risk accident. The maintenance and the servicing of the machines are on the regular interval of time. There should be emergency line for the hazard situation and workers should know the contact number. Taking this precaution, we can reduce the risk of accident. The big industries deal in heavy machines which produce heat and fire, so it is at higher risk of fire hazard. There should be proper fire exit plan for the workers. The workers should be aware of fire extinguisher and should be trained for use of extinguisher in case of fire. The emergency call system should be there to call fire brigade in case of fire. Safety concern in manufacturing industries. Poor maintenance. In the manufacturing industry, the equipment and the machinery may not sometimes properly maintained, cause causes server damage, danger, causes server danger. To minimize the risk of accident, these equipment must be proper inspected by an expert person on regular basis. Untrained employee. Again, because of employment of untrained personally in the manufacturing industry may cause danger to the equipment as well as the person itself. The employee should be the employee should be trained properly for all the equipment which is being used by the employee. In case of upgra- in case of upgradation, upgradation or replacement of machine, the training should be according to the upgrade or replaced machine. Carelessness. Most of the accident in the manufacturing industry caused due to the carelessness of the administrative staff. They are not vigilant and even not enforce safety code resulting mild to serve accident. Prevention and benefit of safety. Number one, there should be proper lighting arrangement inside the industry. Number two, employment of human being on dangerous machinery is to be avoided. Use robot at the danger place. Number 3. Avoid lifting heavy load by human being. For the prevention of injuries, machine lifting system should be implemented for heavy load. Number 4. No human no human being should be permitted to enter in chamber, tank, fat pit, pipe, floor, other confident space inside the industry in which dangerous gases, vapor, and dust is expected to prevent in such an extent that may cause danger. Number 5. If an employee certified sick with will receive the following benefits such as number one if uh, he will entitled to treatment in the hospital with all medical aid. Number 2. Woman worker during pregnancy or miscarriage, she will be entitled for proper leave with medical facilities. Number 3. If any diabetes happen by chance, then the disabled person will be provided all service faculty provided by the Government of India. Number 4. If employee family member need any medical attention, they may be provided all benefit as per the rule of Government of India. So this chapter is over.